is a South Florida's News Station presentation. Brought to you by Dade County Public Schools, Office of Vocational Adult Career and Community Education, Winn-Dixie, America's Supermarket, Stanley Steamers, South Florida's #1 carpet cleaner, and Medical Arts Training Center, changing lives to save others. And now, a matter of life and death.
There is a crisis in South Florida. People are dying because of it. I'm Marilyn Mitzel. The problem is we have only one trauma care center. It's here at Jackson Memorial Hospital. If you're ever critically injured, pray that you are brought here. They're best at treating trauma injury. But Jackson is overwhelmed, and the problem is getting worse.
Trauma means you're so badly hurt you'll die if you don't get help fast. If you're rescued and stabilized within 60 minutes, your chance of living greatly improves. Doctors call it the golden hour.
342. Negative.
Might be good for the room.
2059
At 6:59 p.m., the call goes out to Dade County's Air Rescue.
I hope to get there in time, and I really do hope that we're able to save that person.
We can be just about anywhere in Dade County from the time we're called to touchdown in about 12 minutes.
The race is on to save the life of a man on the verge of death from drowning.
Stand clear.
His name is Juan. He's 35 years old and was underwater for at least 15 minutes. He was swimming with his kids. He is minutes, maybe seconds away from death.
We may be hanging on the far end side of the golden hour, and we have to make vital use of every single minute that's left in that golden hour in order to take care of that patient.
We're all working together with one goal, and that's to save these people that need it so badly.
And you'll know if it's a patient that you have minutes with, or it's a patient that you have maybe a half an hour, you take the patient, you do with that patient everything that you have to do.
You give him another empty router?
But not even the golden hour could save Juan. His fight for life is lost.
No blood pressure? 742.
But the trauma team must carry on. There's no time for grief. Another patient is on the way, a 17-year-old named Marshall. he was shot in the stomach.
There's no rest here. You get an occasional good night, but Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night might not be much different from, you know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Breathe. You maybe touch a diaphragm.
Trauma victims get priority at Jackson. The strain on the entire hospital is immense.
You have trauma patients coming in every hour to every half hour. You have no place to put them. You have patients literally lining the hallways.
You were beaten? Somebody hit you?
The busiest times are known as clinical gridlock.
You start having to broker beds and move patients here to get this patient there, and you have to cancel elective surgery, and the whole system clogs and backs up.
Please call the trauma room at 6887-6887. He's got no allergies, no nothing?
We have 2 trauma rooms. They're big rooms. We at times can handle 5, 6 patients in those 2 rooms when we have to. Sometimes we'll turn the entire suture room into intensive care unit. We'll have 7, 8 patients on ventilators down there.
We keep up on the latest technology, but if we just can't get it to you, it's not going to do anyone any good.
Pressure was 112. Vital signs are stable.
Marshall is lucky. There is room to treat him and he'll live. Of the 4,000 patients treated here every year, 3,400 will live. For people in Dade County, there's no other place to go.
One perception that's out there is that, oh, we only go to the trauma center if you get shot or you get stabbed.
It doesn't matter if you are a millionaire in this community with tons of insurance. When they call up and say, motor vehicle accident, patient ejected, blood pressure 60, you have to come here. There is nowhere else to go.
It takes a special kind of person to handle a 911 call. Every day the job is different. Seconds count when you've got someone's life in your hands. If this career is one you can handle, contact Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS. Day and evening classes make attendance easy. For information on how you can become a medical assistant, phlebotomist, or 911 paramedic, call Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS.
If your carpet takes a lot of abuse, call Stanley Steamer now for our new 1-year clean guarantee. We'll clean and protect your carpet so well, if it gets dirty after we clean it, we'll clean it again, as many times as you like, at no extra charge for 1 year. Stanley Steamer. When we say we clean it, we mean it.
Call Stanley Steamer now for our current specials.
Listen to what's happening at Winn-Dixie.
I would spend between $80 and $90 a week at Winn-Dixie, and since the price rollbacks, it's between $50 and $60.
I'm a comparative shopper at Winn-Dixie, and from 1 week to the next, I can see the prices are going down.
I have been spending between $50 and $60 a week. At Winn-Dixie, where now the same groceries are costing me like $40.
Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
There's a new generation of education about to explode. It's a fresh new start, and it all begins with a phone call, 324-0000. So listen, opportunity's knocking. Dade County Public Schools. Climb aboard. The future's now. Learn the skills to get the jobs. Go for the O.
Opportunity.
Call now. 324-0000. Go for the O.
A man named John is shot in the chest by his landlord. Ernest is hit by a car. Two sisters, Yvonne and Jillian, are shot by their stepfather. Within minutes, they all arrive at Jackson's Trauma Center on a Monday evening.
Okay, let's go. Rock and roll. Thanks. Get the light down there. I can take care of this without light here.
He had no vital signs whatsoever. No heartbeat, no pulse, no respirations. And as a last-ditch effort, we opened his chest. We give everybody a chance, a benefit of the doubt. We try and bring them back from the dead, so to speak. In this case, it didn't work.
You open you up down the middle, open your belly, and fix the bowel. Looks like it's hanging out here. Okay? You have a lot of pellets inside your abdomen that have to be taken out. No, it's not going to hurt. It's going to put you to sleep.
Yvonne, 20, is shot in the stomach. Jillian, 16, in the elbow. Both are riddled with pellets from shotgun blasts. They need surgery, but will live. Ernest, the victim of a hit-and-run driver, also goes to surgery for a fractured skull and leg. He, too, lives.
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
We like to sometimes call it organized chaos because while it looks like there's literally chaos and no one knows what they're doing, it's really very well-timed, organized.
But this special treatment is very expensive, running into thousands of dollars within minutes. Money is a big reason Broward County doesn't have a trauma center. But how much is a life worth?
Phone and you're yelling.
July 29, Pompano Beach police officer Scott Winters is shot in the line of duty.
All units, an officer has been shot.
7:26 p.m., he radios for help. An hour later, he's pronounced dead at North Broward Medical Center. Shot in a vital artery, he bled to death. While Scott may never have had a chance, some say he and others like him would still be alive if Broward had a trauma center. That's the problem here in Broward County. There are no doctors specifically trained to treat trauma injuries standing by. There are no fully equipped trauma rooms ready to go. Last year, nearly 700 trauma patients died in Broward County. Trauma experts say nearly half died needlessly.
We have been watching people die for years. I would take a member of my family to a local hospital and hope and pray that the roll of the dice fell in their favor.
Yes, Kate. Did you copy that you're clear to land?
Yes, thank you. I got the marshal.
We have an 8-year-old male child hit by an automobile. This patient is going to be transported to your facility by air rescue.
Helicopter that way. Come on, right around here. Henry, come stay right with me.
1 block from the Broward County line, an 8-year-old boy is hit by a car. He has no pulse.
We have an 8-year-old male child hit by an automobile. Fracture to left leg. He's in traumatic arrest at this time. And contusion to head and chest area.
QSL rescue. Do you know what time did the accident happen?
That's negative, JMA. You'll have to contact ground rescue.
Metro SC2 arrival, JMH.
Air rescue to arrival. Bay County.
His name is Dennis, and although he's closer to hospitals in Broward because it has no trauma center, he goes to Jackson Memorial. The trauma team gets ready to give him a fighting chance. Again, the race is on to beat the clock and save another life.
If your carpet takes a lot of abuse, call Stanley Steamer now for our new 1-year clean guarantee. We'll clean and protect your carpet so well, If it gets dirty after we clean it, we'll clean it again, as many times as you like, at no extra charge for 1 year. Stanley Steamer. When we say we clean it, we mean it.
Call Stanley Steamer now for our current specials.
There's a new generation of education about to explode. It's a fresh new start, and it all begins with a phone call, 324-0000. So listen, opportunity's knocking. Dade County Public Schools. Climb aboard. The future's now. Learn the skills to get the jobs. Go for the O.
Opportunity.
Call now. 324-0000. Go for the O.
Listen to these great reasons for shopping Winn-Dixie.
Well, now that Winn-Dixie has lower prices, I can do more with the savings that I have.
Check out this great price on lean and meaty pork spare ribs, just $1.37 a pound. Your Coke favorites are 77 cents a 2-liter bottle, limit 2. Harvest fresh sweet potatoes are 26 cents a pound. And get up to $10 off selected seats in the Winn-Dixie Family Zone at Miami Dolphins games. Shop Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
It takes a special kind of person to handle a 911 call. Every day the job is different. Seconds count when you've got someone's life in your hands. If this career is one you can handle, contact Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS. Day and evening classes make attendance easy. For information on how you can become a medical assistant, phlebotomist, or 911 paramedic, call Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS.
Yes.
Sure, nothing's hurt. Ground units bring yet another child hit by a car.
How you feel? Bad? What's wrong besides being scared? Huh? Don't move your head, okay? He's gonna take that tape off.
His name is Daryl. He's 7 years old.
Just fine. And
He was riding a bike with his brother.
Put them down. Do your fingers.
Is your tummy hurt you at all? No. Do you remember what happened to you?
How long ago has it been since you picked him up?
6 minutes to get here.
6 minutes?
Yeah. And it's a kid. You know, there's a sense of innocence. You wonder why so many kids get hit by cars. It's incredible how many kids get hit by cars that I see in a week.
Hang on, that's it. It's over. It's over. That's the last stick you'll have. Okay, no more needles. You don't like needles?
No, please, no.
Yeah, that's it.
If there's one thing that the trauma service is accused of, it's being honest. We're only afforded a short period of time with the family.
Darryl, I think it's going to be all right, okay? He's scared, which is normal. But the initial test that we did, the X-ray and the X-ray of the chest and his pelvis were normal.
I'm just worried about the X-rays, that's all.
Daryl's leg is fractured. His brother Hassan is more frightened than hurt. Both will go home. It's the children that hit trauma teams the hardest.
The worst thing I've ever experienced is having to tell a parent that their child is dead. I mean, that's horrible, and we'll cry with the best of them.
Tonight, you witnessed an 8-year-old child, a pedestrian hit that basically had no pulses and wasn't breathing on his own. And when he got to the hospital, he had some pulses, and I wish him luck. But we did make an effort there. I think we won.
Trauma stories often end in sorrow. Dennis didn't make it. He died of massive internal injuries.
This could happen to anyone. I mean, who expected that morning? We expected Julie to come home and have lunch with us, and she didn't.
16-year-old Julie Egiluz had the green light when a truck towing a tractor broadsided her. The tractor ended up on top of her.
Julie was all bleeding. The head, the eyes, the mouth, everything all over. But everybody doing something in that moment when I walk in.
When my wife got there, I pulled her away from everybody, and I started crying with her, and I just kept telling her, I don't want to have any kids. I can't stand this pain. And if I thought if I had to go through what they went through, I wouldn't be able to take it, you know.
That was 3 years ago, and the thought of it still brings tears to her family's eyes.
I know exactly what it was.
It still brings tears to Julie's eyes as well.
I was just happy to be alive. I didn't care how I was. You know, not that I didn't care, but it's like, gosh, I almost lost these people who loved me at first.
For the trauma team, the best of times are often born of tragedy.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Fine. You look great. How was the trip to New York?
Just having somebody come back and say, hey, I know if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be alive today. We treasure those moments.
Can't believe that I was there. I can't. It's hard to believe, you know, I don't remember anything. It was scary. When I walked in there, it was like, I felt chills and strange to know that I was there. It's like I was in here. They were treating me for something really serious.
Except for a few scars, you'd never know Julie suffered major head trauma, fractured her ribs, collarbone, pelvis, and nearly lost her leg. Or that her lungs collapsed just before surgery to stop internal bleeding.
People probably see me now and they probably would never believe that this has happened to me, but it took a lot of hard work to get here. Yeah, now like a regular sister.
This is what I usually do to her right here. It was a miracle. To us, it's a miracle. It's the only miracle I've ever seen.
Her forehead or something. She got big nails. Look, see how big the nails are?
I feel joy. I feel thankful, grateful that they were there for me.
Listen to what's happening at Winn-Dixie.
I would spend between $80 and $90 a week at Winn-Dixie, and since the price rollbacks, it's between $50 and $60.
I'm a comparative shopper at Winn-Dixie, and from 1 week to the next, I can say the prices are going down.
I have been spending between $50 and $60 a week. At Winn-Dixie, where now the same groceries are costing me like $40.
Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
There's a new generation of education about to explode. It's a fresh new start, and it all begins with a phone call, 324-0000. So listen, opportunity's knocking. Dade County Public Schools. Climb aboard. The future's now. Learn the skills to get the jobs. Go for the O. Opportunity. Call now. 324-0000. Go for the O.
If your carpet takes a lot of abuse, call Stanley Steamer now for our new 1-year clean guarantee. We'll clean and protect your carpet so well, if it gets dirty after we clean it, we'll clean it again, as many times as you like, at no extra charge for 1 year. Stanley Steamer. When we say we clean it, we mean it.
Call Stanley Steamer now for our current specials.
It takes a special kind of person to handle a 911 call. Every day the job is different. Seconds count when you've got someone's life in your hands. If this career is one you can handle, contact Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS. Day and evening classes make attendance easy. For information on how you can become a medical assistant, phlebotomist, or 911 paramedic, call Medical Arts Training Center now. 1-800-940-ARTS.
Trauma kills every day in South Florida, claiming the littlest lives like Dennis. who went swimming with his kids one afternoon and drowned. And Officer Scott Winters shot and killed in the line of duty. But trauma doesn't always end tragically. Lives are saved every day, like Julie, who hopes to be a model. Yvonne and her sister Jillian have a whole new life to look forward to. To give all of us the best chance of surviving critical injuries, we need better trauma care. The legislature gave Broward County $2 of the nearly $9 million needed to start a trauma network. The rest will most likely come from taxes. In Dade County, Jackson Memorial is raising money to build a new trauma center.
We know we're not going to save everybody. We know we can't save everybody. But we'll be darned, we're going to give it our best shot.
Something else that saves lives is organ donation. The shame is that vast numbers of human organs go to waste because so few of us are organ donors.
We want to save lives. We do it for a living. We're good at it, and we care about our patients, and we want everybody to live. We want to beat that nasty demon, death. It's life. People live, people die. While death is tough, we are here to save lives, and we're going to continue to save lives. And we have to go on for the next person that comes in. We have to be ready for when that next person comes in.
Want some reasons to vote for Mary Collins on October 2nd? She opposes continuing tax increases. Her opponent favors new taxes. Mary Collins supports our local police, and they have endorsed her. The Miami Herald has endorsed Mary Collins, saying, Ms. Collins offers the most attractive opportunity to shift the commission perspective back towards residents' interest. And she believes that the commission should get out of the zoning business. In other words, she would be a reform vote on the commission. These are some pretty good reasons to vote for Mary Collins on October 2nd.
My son and I built a model plane together. We could hardly wait for its maiden flight. You should have seen Danny's face when I handed him the controls. Up it went. And it was going. It kept on going.
He called Citibank. Since he just bought the plane with the